Hey, get your oil in your extra glide. It's going crazy out here tonight. They just released some tea out against dirty. Get your extra glide and everything. We got a lot to talk about. It's saying, hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. No, I'm sorry, baby. Okay, y'all. What's up? Welcome back. I'm not sure what day this is with the trial. Not sure. I've lost count. Okay, but y'all saw who on that thumbnail. All right. So before we get into the details of everything, word on the curb is that Kanye West was trying to show up and he was supposed to sit on the friends and family side in support of Diddy. When he showed up, he got turned around by prosecutors. Everybody from what I heard from somebody that was inside the court. Y'all gonna watch my video. I forgot her name. She said everybody got a DM from his camp that he was showing up, and she asked what side he was sitting on, and he said it would be. They said it would be the friends and family side, right? So he gets there. Everybody started looking weird. Phone is ringing, things going off. They get word that Kanye gets out his car and he's showing up to the courtroom. Now they're saying the reason why Kanye is supporting Diddy is because that he said he is just like Diddy. And they have been doing their due diligence with the dig because we came out to say that when Jane Doe said that she met with a rapper, remember I told y'all yesterday, she said she met with a rapper when we read the affidavit. She said the transcript, she met with a rapper and his ex-girlfriend or ex-wife or whatever the case in January in Las Vegas to do another freak off. And basically to do another one. And she was flashing and showing her woo-haws to everybody. And they asked her, did they know anybody that is interested in the lifestyle? And we don't know, but they're getting confirmed that it could be Kanye allegedly. And they said, yeah. What is his name? Cabral, which is the worker that Diddy hired. Yeah. So we're going to get into that before we get into these affidavits. Because I say, what? T? What? He has an album called The Cock Holder. Yeah. Okay. So they went and talk about what really happened at the rich parties. We're gonna get into that. Hold on. They cut him out. Hold on. This was in January. This was when she alleged that she went to Vegas. Remember? This was Bianca's birthday. Let me go back. Let me play back. Here. She said she met them at the Encore when they went out to eat for Bianca's birthday. Yes, the Encore was next to the restaurant, but this is jewelry shopping that day. Bianca's birthday is in January 7th or 6th, I believe, somewhere around there. I'm sorry, y'all hear my dog. He wants attention today. I've been here all day. Yeah. Now, let me go into where he says he also adopted Diddy kids, and it makes sense. Um, oh, they took it down. Oh yeah. We already know what's gonna go on. No needs to discuss. So basically, yeah, everybody was thinking, oh, Jay-Z, Beyonce. No, it was actually who we just said it was. So now we're gonna read into this affidavit here. And what happened at court today? Let's stroll on down, stroll on down, stroll on down, yeah, stroll on, yeah. We're gonna get our Tony out. Stroll on down, yeah. In a stroll. Okay, so while we're strolling, we're getting word that they are talking about going ahead and not extending the case anymore. They want to go ahead and wrap things up by next week. I'm not sure what day, but they do want to wrap it up by next week. So they have a couple of more witnesses. Okay. So now they've talked to Agent Lamont. Agent Lamont is designed to do Pierce body armor. He also talks about the firearms that were found in Diddy home. They asked, did any of the firearms have serial numbers? They said one did not. This one holds a long, and then he holds the firearm up, and it's a long one. Okay, it's like probably a rifle or so. How are serial numbers eliminated? Sand off with a machine is smooth and not like it was done with a screwdriver. So basically, he's saying, listen, he got the serial number taken off through, somebody, and it wasn't like somebody, like usually they do like a screwdriver and scrape it off. That didn't happen. This was sanded. This was professionally, sound like he's trying to say professionally done. They say no further questions. Then he get cross-examined. They said that they asked them, was there where Mr. Combs had security? He said yes. And then they say every firearm and piece of ammo was covered from the security. He said yes. And there were no weapons in the kids' bedrooms. They say security office door was locked. Not, he said when he got there, the security office door was not locked. But before, did it have a lock? It had a knob lock, and he said he wasn't sure. You have no reason to think the safe was open before you got there, and he said no. So he don't have no reason to believe that the safe would be open for any of that, right? Where the guns are being held. They were asked about they cross-examined him about a 5.11 bag. He was like, it was just a bag. And then it had rifles and Mossberg firearms. There was a drug magazine, a large capacity. This was 60 rounds, and it had 59 rounds of the green tip ammunition in it. Also, they discussed the mic went out when they were having a discussion, but he said the serial numbers where they existed a matchup. He said, do any of the firearms not have serial numbers? They talked about that. We just talked about that, right? So why is he showing this again? So that was shown. Now they go into, let's see, this is day 23. So before we get into that, Jane Doe, I heard allegedly that Jane Doe finished her that everybody believed Jane Doe was taking sides. I believed it. Some people believe Jane Doe. I did not. I felt like Jane Doe was only there to, number one, this is why I say she was there and it's not victim shaming. Number one, she was there to see Diddy because remember, she had to see him since he got locked up. There were no visitations. Number two, also, she was there to let Diddy know, listen, either it's going to be me or Gina. Remember, Gina ain't coming. Gina is holding it down. Gina done got everybody not to like her, okay? They say when Jane Doe got down the stand, she did a nice little model walk, walked over to his attorney that sat there and cross-examined her and gave her a hug. So now they already want to take juror number 6 out of they want to take juror 6 down. I'm not sure why, but they're starting to say that they believe that she's a Diddy fandom. Okay, that they are. I'm not sure if it's a he or she, but they are thinking about, they're trying to, I don't know if it's prosecutors or whoever trying to get her out. Now, people are saying that prosecutors are up to something because why couldn't Kanye come in to be a support for Diddy? And I'm gonna look up more information while I'm reading this, but I'm trying to get the information that was saying that he does have the sweater on. I'm gonna have to look it up after we get done and Google it. But yes, he had a lot. That's why Kanye came out and said he was essayed by his cousin, all of this other jazz, right? So really, Jane Doe has played both sides, and it sounds like to me, and what people would think when they look, that Jane Doe basically swayed the jury. Okay, J Doe basically swayed the jury. They had cross-examination this morning. They were discussing some things with the firearms and of that nature. They did a brief firearm for a long time. They said it would be harassing to the jury to inquire about the employer. I don't understand the defense. Okay. So now we're going to get into Miss Foster before we finish the gun thing. I got the whole breakdown, y'all. So remind you, I've been looking for it. I got the whole breakdown. We're going to get it to Miss Foster, and then we're going to jump back into the firearms. All right. So Miss Foster is telling the witness about the new questions. That's who's going to be telling them, right? So now the jury enter. As they enter, jurors had 50 minutes. They said before the witness come in, we introduce the text messages involving KK. Let me read. Puff Music Phone 2. Make sure Robin pays her rent. Robin said her rent was paid. So this person paying is the one that is responsible of Jane Doe rent getting paid. Robin is handling Jane Doe rent to be paid. Okay, her rent is to be paid. That's what it is. In the vicinity of New York Airport, cell phone from Damian Butler. In the message read, 3 of my doors are broken. This is crazy. D-Rock, he is coming to the house. He just texted me. I don't think it's good. It's a good idea to leave your place. That's not going to make it better. He has my key. I don't feel safe. The key was a blue fuzzy tail. Just take it. D-Rock, I'm at the house. Puffy's here. You know I can't take your keys from him. Judge said, thank you. The government may not call his next witness, which is Agent Andre Lamont. Andre works in HSI in Los Angeles in the human trafficking unit. He execute from 50 to 60 so far. They gave the address where he worked. He also is HSI New York, and they asked him to be involved. HSI New York, asked him to be involved, and they executed the search warrant. They showed an exhibit where the other buildings. There was a sauna and recording studio next by, and they searched all the rooms. They said it was a large property. They went through every objects that were seized and then entered them into their case management system. They moved to enter the evidence into the exhibits. Objection. They went to a sidebar. They came back. The exhibit. They asked were they admitted. He said. The judge said the exhibits are admitted, and the prosecutor asked what they were. They said those were the floor plans of the 200 South Mapleton. And he said that they were accurate because he was there. So how many envelopes were on the nightstand? He said it was 6. What was on the written on them? K. Published this stimulation. Testing determined the K envelope with a shamrock on it. It was ketamine. So he had 6 envelopes of ketamine laid out on the table. Okay, with K, which it was meant for ketamine. Let me take that down because I keep hitting that. Okay. There were also testings found. The brown pebbles were MDMA. They found in the bag it was Johnson. I told y'all it was Johnson and Johnson. I told y'all you got baby oil. Go ahead and shake it. I told y'all it was Johnson and Johnson baby oil. That man ain't gonna buy no Equate. That man ain't going to no CVS. That man wasn't heating up no low. Because Johnson Johnson is expensive, honey. Johnson Johnson make your skin. That man wasn't gonna heat up no 10 seconds of Johnson and Johnson baby oil. I mean, not Johnson Johnson. Equate baby oil and anybody else. He wanted Johnson and Johnson, and he wanted Astroglide. We gonna get into it. And then there was some lingerie. Okay, so there were lingerie, Astroglide, and baby oil in the bag, y'all. Lingerie and Astroglide. Mm-hmm. Hold on. I done hit the wrong thing, y'all. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. They going to the jury breakdown. We gonna get into that. Give me a minute. They also went to a jury breakdown. Let me stroll down, y'all, because I want to get back into the transcript. Okay, here we go. Yeah, they did a jury breakdown also. Yeah, because one of the jurors stayed in the Bronx, they said. But all right, let's go back to it. I don't hit the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I lost where I was at, honey. Okay. So they asked what was in the closet. He said, oh, that's where we missed that. Okay. Is there a safe in the closet? Yes, it's gray there in the photo. There's a passport of Sean Combs in a plastic bag with substance in it. That's when they said the stimulations and stuff. So he had baby oil, and there was a bookcase full of baby oil in a drawer full of Astroglide all over the place. They showed the photo in the bathroom, in a garage. They found baby oil and Astroglide everywhere, just everywhere. Then when they mocked the boxes, so everybody thought there were videos in the boxes, right? Come to find out, the videos were on the phone. They were not in the boxes. Let me tell y'all what was in the boxes. Y'all ready? There were 2 dozens of boxes of Astroglide in the garage. There were 200 bottles of baby oil and 900 bottles of Astroglide. Yes, 200 of baby oil and 900 of Astroglide. Let's turn to the firearms found in the residence. So that's when they went to the firearm. There was a Ruger, a Glock, and an AR-15. It was shown in the photo. There was a Smith and Wesson rival on a chair and 30 rounds magazines. Okay, that's when we got into the bag of the ammunition that I just read to y'all, and the body armor and all that. What was security? They talked about security office door was closed. Okay. Now I can say this. I believe in my heart of hearts that he will get charged with um the firearms. Okay. So then we go into cross examination. It says Mr. Anfilio, which is doing the cross examination on Combs across his cross, yeah. He's on the defense team. You're aware that Mr. Combs has security? He said yes, and every gun and piece of a firearm and piece of ammo was recovered from the office, right? He said yes. And then remember I told you there was none in the kids' room, right? Okay. So then they say no comment, and then they asked about the baby oil. They asked what was his protocol. No, they say no comment. So the baby oil was in the garage. It was in the Astroglide, was in there. He asked, was he from LA? He said yes. He said no further questions, and they will redirect. Um, then they asked about the SR dosage. So he basically described how the gun go in only for the case. There was a gun safe, and it was, designed for the gun. So now we have Jonathan Perez, who went ahead and vote. Hold on, let me go back and read. So now Jonathan Perez is a witness. So now they're arguing about everything if they're going to use the agent, because they're basically saying, it was a professional speaker. There were honest answers. He was hesitant to raise the issue again and lead the juror to think. We think he said something wrong. So basically saying, listen, everything was honest. I'm not going to question that. I think we should use that, this and that, right? And they were asking about certain things, right? So as the jury came in, I'm trying to get to Jonathan because I just seen it. I'm sorry, the person I'm reading is on Twitter, and it's twice. So he uploads. It's called Inner City Press. Shout out to Inner City Press. He's been doing his thing with this too. So he does a lot of uploading. I want to get into their next weakness. Yeah. So we're gonna get. Yeah, it was broken. So we're gonna get it Perez. So let me see if I can find Perez, because everybody went ahead and took a break. They let the jurors go, and this and that, because his thing was broken. He said that it was a large property and they had to go through objects that were seized. They showed the exhibits. Okay. So he was on a large property. So all them boxes were not videotapes. So basically, he used his phone for a lot of the stuff, um, and had them on laptops, and they watched him. Why is his thread broken like this? I'm trying to get the Perez. Okay, here we go with Perez. All right. Why I keep doing that? And keep taking me back to this, and I'm trying to get on Perez. Hold on, y'all, because my thing acting crazy. Let me refresh it. Okay. Because I want to show you Perez is also a witness, and we want to get into what Perez had to say. Okay. Okay, let's see. Hold on, y'all, because we with Perez, but I want to get to the beginning to let y'all know who Perez is and what he does. Um, okay, here we go. All right, Mr. Perez, is this your text messages? It won't show me what he does. You're gonna keep going. Perez, let me make sure who Perez is. If not, I'm gonna research. Okay. Let me go down. Why do it keep doing that? Hold on, y'all. Because they called in Perez, and I believe Perez is an assistant. Not if I can't find it, we're gonna go into who Perez is before we read this off. I hate that my Twitter is acting stupid. All right, so Perez is a professional assistant to Diddy. Okay, he worked from Combs from late 2021 until Combs' arrest in 2024. Perez is testifying under subpoena and immunity in Combs' ex-trafficking case. Okay, trial. He has detailed his role in purchasing items for clothes, including lingerie and high heels, for his girlfriend at the time, who was Jane Doe. So that is who Perez is. So let me refresh, and then we're gonna get into Mr. Perez and what he had to say. Okay. Now Perez then came out here and say, "Listen, I had to buy things. I brought things. I brought things. KK would instruct me to buy things." Okay. Okay, now we get somewhere. So let me click on one of these. Hold on, y'all, because this thread is like broken up for real. I'm trying to. We just gonna jump into it because I don't know what's going on. Okay, because they went before they went to break. They talked to Perez, right? Okay, let's just click on it and get into it because this is what I can find. Everything's broken up. Hold on, y'all. Let me go back in because it's acting crazy. What? No wonder. Everybody want to know, is KK going to take the stand? I believe she's not. Hey Terry, thank you so much. I'm gonna post this up here. I don't believe KK is taking a stand. I don't. If they sentence Diddy, it won't. Now, remind you, there are two other defendants. Diddy is defendant one. I want that. Keep in mind, keep it in your head. He's defendant one. So we don't know what's gonna happen, right? All right, let's get into it. So they asked him, what did he purchase? It keeps doing it. Let me open up another thing. Twitter is acting crazy right now. But they asked him, what did he purchase at the sex store? And he told the prosecutors that he purchased the shoes and lingerie. I think that's the problem. I have it open too long to get the tea. Okay. So around this time that he got arrested, he was working with Diddy before Diddy got arrested. So he basically, honey, we finna get into it because he just detailed everything. So they asked him, did he know what the money was for? He said no. What did you leave working for Mr. Combs? He said, to avoid a situation like this. They asked him how he feel about Mr. Combs. He said, great, the same way as when I was working there. They said no further questions. What did you do? He said he told Fahim and KK that Mr. Combs was arguing with his guest and that was going to pick him up. And there was a message between Fahim and Mr. Combs on the 20th of 2024. Okay. Now, this is what they asked, did he know what the money was for? And then they said he got cross-examined and said, Mr. Combs is a motivator. Have you seen Mr. Combs cry? He said, let me show you something. Give me 1 second, Your Honor. May I hand him a book? They gave him the material, which is a 360, 3605, whatever. He said, I can't remember if he was crying, but this reminded me that he was upset. And they told him to look again to refresh his memory. He said he couldn't refresh. Have you ever been to the bedroom in the two-star home? He said yes. Did you ever see any weapons in there? He said no. Did you ever see him with firearms? Never. I only saw, now this is what all his assistants say that are witnesses. They only saw security guards with firearms. They didn't see Combs hold one. They didn't see nobody else but security guards. No, they didn't see him hold a fire weapon at all. They didn't see that, right? So he said, that never, he only saw security, but he was a man of note. And they said, right. He said, yes. So Brian still is doing a cross-examination. He's a man respected in many fields. Objection. I'll ask this. Have you worked with other celebrities? He said, yes. Many of them have security. They do. Then still mentioned Jane. She was nice to you. He said yes. You called King nice personal time. He said he did. Mr. Combs worked long hours. Yes. Because you work out of his home, sometimes business and personal got mixed, right? He said correct. Setting up King nights was the business of personal. He said personal. Buying rugs, I'm not saying you did it often. That was, excuse me, personal, right? He said yes. And buying lingerie for Jane, was that personal? So he said he brought lingerie and heels for Jane. Hold on, let me go back to that because I want to get a little detail in that. He was responsible of going to the set store and buying those things um that Jane was going to wear for one of those nights. Okay. They asked him, did he ever set up King nights in vacation? I want to get into that. Prosecutors, he said no. They turned the public screen back on. This item, new hookah, is that personal? Not necessarily. Baby oil is personal. Is that part of your job? He said yes. No, he basically said, listen, even as his assistant, I was responsible for buying personal items and non-personal items. That was part of the company. Now, remind you, they're trying to sit here and say that he used his corporation as, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a coercion. I hope I'm saying it right. But that's what it was. So he brought those stuff for them because he was going, he needed cash for his guests. He gave that to him. Hold on, I'm trying to get more in detail. Where I was at with the details. Okay. He worked for other celebrities that respected him. Setting up King's Night was personal. Did Jane always appear to be a willing participant in King Nights? Objection overruled. He said yes, always. Jane Doe was always a participant in King's Nights, which is called the freak off. Exactly what he said. She participated. Okay. Jane Doe wasn't like Cassie. And I think that's something that people have to realize. Um, Jane Doe isn't a Cassie. So I'm just saying. Okay. She just wasn't. Cassie, yes. Jane Doe, no. And then still said a small amount of drugs, personal use. Objection, that's sustained. So he had to get him to get Mr. Steele to ask a different question, the question in a different way. So he said, can you estimate percentage of your work in business personal? He said, I'd say personal was 1%. Mr. Combs need help connection to the Bluetooth. Yes, he was not very high tech. He also said that Mr. Combs working on an album very hard. He said KK and Sean was close, but you're not saying it, and it was never sexual. There was an argument he saw on FaceTime. It was a verbal argument, not physical. He learned it was about jealousy and that Jane was very jealous. It was subjected to sustain. You are about the same age as Jane. Now, Jane Doe is 35 or 36. Okay? They're the same age. He said that Jane Doe was a strong. Now, listen to this. Now, remember, I told y'all they said Jane Doe was playing both sides. Listen to this. Was Jane a strong and independent woman? The answer was yes. You made purchases at stores with the company credit card. So he confirmed that they did use the company credit card to make purchases at the adult entertainment store instead of his personal credit card. He said, but you don't know if Combs paid. He said he don't. The hotel was not put in your name. You had to go set up the right. He said yes. And the room was registered as Sean Combs. There might be some cameras outside, right? So remember, he never registered. I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all that Kanye was at the courthouse and he couldn't go in there to support. Here you go. This is proof in the pudding. Yes, Kanye was there. Shout out to the inner city press. There was a lot of people making noise. Was Kanye there? As y'all see, Kanye was there. Kanye was present, and as you see by his demeanor, Kanye could not go inside that courtroom. Now, I'm allegedly people are thinking what we all been thinking, and yeah, yeah, okay. Just to let y'all know, be prepared. Kanye says a lot of things, and Kanye incriminates himself. But we're gonna continue. They proposed an exhibit, so they took a break. They did meet a sidebar around that time. They had a sidebar. They had a conversation. They asked could they proceed without showing the exhibit to the public in the gallery. So Mr. Perez, make sure all the screens are turned off. These are between you and Jane. What did you say to her? So they kept them there. Now we have Jane Cross right here, and I'm gonna read it to you. Everything, okay? I was setting up King's night. She was telling me what to get. She's cooperating. Still, I'm sorry, and setting it up. Here, the chief said she's making avocado toast. She asked for tea and honey to go with it. Heart emoji, and you reply, "I loved it." And you wrote, "Have a good flight and dinner. I want photos and I want pictures of you." So it says this. It say James Cross. Something I think you said you and your child that was a large and had a big yard, right? I'm sorry. Can you reference my child? So they showed a picture of Jane Cross. He put this in when she was mentioning her child and how she wanted a big home. I wish I can get into this Cross. Um, he has it on his thing. I want to get because it shows more detail of everything, but we're going to continue with this. So still say she wrote to you, he's looking for some smoke, and you wrote coming. He said, yes, Your Honor, I don't have any further questions. So then it goes back to the prosecutor. So they try to clean it up. What was getting those things for Jane part of your job? He said, yes. Did you set up key nights on vacation? That's when he said no. Um, they turned the public screen on. They asked was personal part of his job. He said yes. So he said, listen, I do personal things for him that he needs. I mean, that's an assistant. And he also does things for the company, right? That needs assistance. So they asked that. They said it was a TriStar designated payments. He still came back and asked that. He said, right, nothing further. Then they came back. They moved into introducing the exhibits under seal. Grand jurors, you may leave for this weekend. Don't talk or read about the case. So they say, listen, it's the weekend. That's it. That's all we have. Um, the judge said in the morning when we addressed this, I said, based on the record, I was not sure an inquiry was needed during the breaks. I looked at the transcripts from the Roman room and from voir dire, and there's not evident of bias. The jury indicated me moved to Jersey with his girlfriend. It may not be permanent, but it has been for the past few weeks. That was intentional. There was a long breakdown to confirm when the juror returned. Now, this is juror 6. The court asked, and he said 4 to 5 days a week in New York. So the judge said in the Roman room, he said the daughter lived in New Jersey. So they're breaking down everything about the juror and everything. And then they were talking about Xavier Donaldson, who is on Combs' team, and they were saying because they're trying to get juror 6 off. So they're basically trying to say, listen, we don't feel like he can get here or can't get here because we're winding down to the case about the trial is about finished. We're gonna know if he's guilty or not guilty by next week. Okay, they're not extending it. They're going to figure out if he is guilty or not guilty. That's where we at. Now let's get back to Kanye. So they're trying to. I don't know why they're waiting to get rid of juror 6 this late in the game. We're almost close to everything. But they will come back Monday. So they're saying that it was Jane who asked for the 4 seasons. Anytime she went to 2-star, KK left the premises. And Comey said Jane coordinated her flights with Miss Corman, at least 2 instances of alleged trafficking. Mr. Combs gave her liquid Molly. So they're going through the discussions of, hey, listen, your client, and they left about 6 o'clock. Your client gave her this and that, but you could tell that she would come. They're basically saying the same thing we all saying. Shorty been playing. Now let's go to Google. So remember when Mary Jane Jane Doe said that she went to see a rapper and his girlfriend in Vegas at a party, and Bianca was getting rubbed on. Now, let me see, because people are pulling up this stuff now. They're posting it. So remember the time, as always, what's her name is always damn barefoot, child. Hold on. Okay. The lawyer, I just got word the lawyer did, the black male juror was dismissed because he stays far. We just read that. So he was dismissed. I'm trying to see. So remember in February of 14, there was a shocking 250K X tape scandal. Remember that? Hold on, let me see what this is. Okay, I'm finna play it. Hold on. Before I play, copyright in Section 107 Copyright Act 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use permitted by the copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit education or personal use tips to balance out. We're doing this for education purposes only, and we're doing our own research on this. Okay, here we go. Let me play it.
Guess which student has a better chance of getting into an Ivy League school? First, take a look at Zach. He's valedictorian, National Merit Scholar, and he's president.
Let's go.
In a whirlwind of controversy, Kanye West finds himself at the center of yet another media storm, this time involving a purported $250,000 sex tape from 2012. The revelation comes hot on the heels of rumors suggesting that his marriage to Bianca Censori, the Australian architect who recently turned heads at the 2025 Grammys, is on the brink of collapse. The tape, allegedly made when West was under the influence of drugs in Las Vegas, was supposedly buried with a hefty payment. This bombshell was shared on social media by Kevin Blatt, a former Hollywood fixer known for his involvement in celebrity scandals. The timing of this revelation could not be more poignant, as it coincides with tabloid headlines about West and Censori's impending divorce, just days after her controversial near-nude Grammys appearance. This latest drama adds another layer to West's tumultuous public life, blending personal scandal with his high-profile relationship dynamics. While representatives for West have not commented on the sex tape allegation,
He did not. Okay, we finna go to some tweets. I'm sorry y'all heard my sister. So he got, well, which one is it? Okay. All right, this is him being caught at the Diddy trial with TMZ. I'm gonna play it. Shout out to TMZ. And y'all saw my application too, but I'm gonna let you slide.
Kanye, do you think the Illuminati is behind this attack on Diddy?
Stop. stop. Let me tell you something. What I'm sick of with this Illuminati talk. Y'all blamed a made up bull BS for accountability, and it's starting to show your skirt is dirty. Why would Illuminati be against something dealing with somebody, exploiting somebody in prostitution? Regular people do prostitution. Y'all are weird. Hold on, y'all. I hit it wrong. I always hit that side. I don't know why. Okay, so that was him getting out the car, and he got turned around, and he's coming back out. Okay. Let me see. Oh, that's what you call it, working out. Why they censor that? This is on him on the flight. Okay. And you can't see it, but the shirt says cup holder. Yes, he was in Jersey, and yes, he did. Y'all see these tweets. Oh, she got on clothes. Well, look at it. Oh, or is that not Bianca? Who is that? Let me go see who this is. She got on clothes. That young lady got on clothes. Let's see who this is. That young lady got on clothes. Let me stop sharing real quick. And remember, I told y'all that he wanted to, on Saturday Night Live, that he wanted Northwest to work with Diddy. Okay. Let's see. Now, this aged well because he texted Puff before he got locked up. Remember, we talked about that. Let's get into it. So, he put him as Puff. You know, he been around during the Puff era too before it ended. As soon as I land, we'll meet face to face. Send me the address. Nigga, F you, you the Fed. That age bad. Why do it do that? I hate when it does that. Let me go back to it. You the Fed. Okay. It says Jesus is king. He says, see you soon. Remember that? I don't like our convo. I'm selling these teas. Nobody gets in between me and my money. This is my grandfather texting you now. Never call me with no BS like this. BS like that again, unless you ready to green light me. Because anybody who got that on that tea is me. Out of respect for everything you've meant to me, I'll be quiet as Virgil. But now, I know I've hurt people I love with threats. Come do something illegal to me now, please. They fell out, and now we see, as today, Kanye ass is back. Now they done took the post down. I told y'all, listen, let me tell y'all something. All this stuff was up yesterday until Kanye got put out of court. Now it's crazy, because look at this. The media has been disabled in response to a report by the copy owner. Kanye West, this and that. That came down. He's hiding stuff. And I guarantee you, Kanye is the one. Yeah. Kanye, yeah. Just get ready for it after this trial because they're moving the trial real swiftly.
Sitting down and chilling on yachts, eating, getting my brain clear. The young God was putting in that work on the creative. So I would never disrespect Kanye and not come out with creative that he's not blowing my phone up to where. Fuck that. It's Kanye or nothing. Love! I love you, my nigga. You got me so inspired. Ah! Whoa! In my bag! In my Kanye!
If this don't explain enough that what people were saying yesterday in that courthouse when they seen it coming out, this explains it right here. They up to something.
I gotta be in the world. I can't sell something that ain't the dopest. I'm Puff. We going after Kanye. We gotta have a high level of design. We going after the young God. While I was motherfucking sitting down and chilling on yachts, eating, getting my brain clear, the young God was putting in that work on the creative. So I would never disrespect Kanye and not come out with creative that he's not blowing my phone up to where. Fuck that. It's Kanye or nothing. Love!
These ninjas be on drugs sharing females. We're finna be honest. Kanye shows up at Diddy trial for his support. He's just as dirty as Diddy. Exactly. He's sitting on, the friends and family side. Nigga, you ain't friends and family. Kanye actually wrote for Kendrick Lamar. Child, we not reading that. He got kicked out.
Kanye, do you think this is an Illuminati attack on Diddy?
Take it, brother. Back up.
What's so crazy is that everybody, these comments of them praising Kanye. Kanye took down where he said those things that about Diddy, and he even adopted Diddy's sons at the Super Bowl. Let me see. This is crazy. I would have never thought. But he did show up. He did show up. Let me go see if I can find it on TikTok because I'm not sure what Super Bowl it was. I think it was last year, on the one that just happened, when he adopted Diddy's sons. On TikTok. I'm not gonna play that other video because we're keeping it as Jane Doe. But yes, the defense team do want to basically expose who Jane Doe is. And 50 Cent, first of all, 50 Cent, please do not say who Jane Doe is because you gonna just don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. Keep that shit as an inside thing. But Jane Doe did lay with Kanye. Allegedly. She showed him her titties. They were flirting. All right. Tasha K got it. Okay, Tasha K, listen. Hey, Tasha girl, I'm going to post this. We know we're doing a copyright thing. Please, Tasha K, don't. I'm just showing what everybody was talking about, and you're talking about it. You on here. We're going to talk about it. Okay, hold on. Because Tasha, I don't need Tasha K husband sending me another email.
Kanye. It's a lot of shit been leaking on Kanye. It's a lot of shit been leaking on Kanye. I told you Kim is building a case trying to institutionalize his ass with his wife. But apparently they've been spilling a lot of wine on Kanye. Kanye needs to be careful.
Yep.
Either they're going to institutionalize his ass or they're going to charge him like Diddy.
Yep.
And the bad part about it is
that's what we saying after this. They either gonna institutionalize him and get him a conservatorship, or they gonna do him like Diddy. Yes, let's continue. Because she told on Kanye yesterday, straight up on that stand.
He's doing this to white girls if it's true. So there's a white girl. Jasmine, you got that picture, that video of that white girl? There's a white girl that came out and said she knows Kanye's tag. Go.
He stars men with large black
dicks
to F his wife, and I
Fuck.
approve.
Okay. Let me stop sharing. Kanye, on the stand yesterday in the transcript, Jane Doe said she met with a rapper and his girlfriend or wife, and she was getting pound and was into that lifestyle. Who shows up to court? Now, they say allegedly she's supposed to show up. He was showing up to court to scare the girl not to say nothing. That did not work out in his favor. I don't know what kind of mess these two got going on. But, baby, when I tell you the thunder, the lightning is about to strike and the thunder about to clap harder than a stripper on the pole, stuff is about to come out. Y'all just be ready. We just got this information this week, right? I guess that's what prosecutors had. They're getting ready to either trial next week. I'm just saying, baby, I don't know what's going on. I hope they don't freeze his accounts because, listen, Jane Doe gonna have to get a smaller place with that child support coin. So that's all I'm going to say. Okay? Baby, when I tell you, this trial has become a tell-all tale of all tales. A lot of y'all thought, oh, I know Jay-Z them. I know. Oh, it was them. Such and such said, no. I said that. Let me tell you something. There's no shade to Jay-Z. Jay-Z is old. I don't know. Jay-Z is the same, is old and around the same age. I'm finna be straight up with you. If Jay-Z get into anything, it's about business-wise things that he'll probably get in trouble with some old shit. Okay, we're gonna keep it real. Diddy is close to having worms. Jay-Z is close to being 60. Y'all know what they say about the old men. No shade to Jay-Z. Shout out to Jay-Z. He's dad of the year. He too old for that. And he know that how Beehive, not Breehive. Bee! Buzzing real true hive. Real bees. We came at his ass so hard on Instagram and Twitter. He asked me, he knew he messed up. He knew when Solange was in that elevator, y'all better fix it because you ain't putting her sister in no mess. And that's exactly how Solange felt when she tore that ass up in that elevator. We will never forget that shortcut 27-piece wig that Solange had on that day and getting ready to tear him up in the elevator. It was recorded in such an every media outlet. We will never forget. And then on top of that, the fan base was ripping him a new asshole because, number one, you had Beyonce crying. We will figure out why the hell Beyonce was crying, while she was standing there scared, while Jay-Z was getting beat up and she did nothing and she just stayed there. We didn't understand why. Then he came out with an album and he said why. And then Beyonce came out with her album and said, you a cheater. And we wanted to know who Becky with the good hair is. We don't know who it is. We don't know what happened. We still don't got an answer. But I tell you this, he know since then, never do it again. He's never going to do it again. That man meant what he said when he said, I don't want a man passing a football to my son, and it ain't me. I'm not finna be an absent man in this household. It ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna have you another man up in here with my son, that ain't gonna happen. Baby, he realized then it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna sit my old tail down. I'm getting too old. I'm about 60. My knees hurts. My back hurt. I'm already complaining. My daughter growing up. I gotta deal with niggas, and I know how niggas is. I gotta deal with this. I know what's going on. I'm finna relax. I'm getting too old for this shit. I'm just gonna follow my wife and kids everywhere and enjoy the fruits of my labor, and just make sure me and my he get his wife pie when he need to. He say, I'm not doing it. I don't got time. You know, hoes nowadays talk too much and want too much. I'm not doing it. And Beyonce is crazy. Them Virgos, if you're a Virgo, put a 1 in the chat. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are like Fatima off Fatima. Y'all gonna pull that pow out and it's over, baby. We know what it is. He know what time it is. He know, because Virgos are very bougie. He better be glad he got another chance, because she would have walked away. Well, you guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be doing some lives. I'm going to drop my vlog Sunday or Monday, so go on the vlog channel and check that out. Yes. I'm gonna show y'all my outfit. We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna start filming it in a couple of hours, and start doing editing and stuff about my outfits, and we're gonna track it together, child. I'm so excited. Yeah, and get ready to do maintenance with me. Come on and come with me to get my hair done, shop for my hair. Come on and come. Hey, Southern girl, I'm sorry. You can watch Playback Girl. It's some tea. It's some tea, child. Kanye set himself up for failure, girl. We knew this was coming, because Whitney need to get off her conservatorship. Kanye need to get on. It makes sense. Another thing, there's also some alleged substance abuse with Kanye, because Kanye probably taking medication. He was at Kim, he was on his medication. Y'all notice he's not with her anymore. He's not on his medication. And I believe drugs play a big part in Kanye behavior. So pay attention, because if Diddy has all those drugs, imagine if Kanye doing what Diddy does and he's showing support, imagine the drugs that Kanye is on as well. Okay, don't be surprised. But yeah, I will have the vlog posted. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna put in my video when I upload it on my vlog page. I'll share it on to this page to go to there. You guys to subscribe. I'm going to go live. I'm not sure. I might, if you guys subscribe to, yeah, if you guys subscribe to my vlog channel, if I get the same subscribers I have here on the vlog channel, I will go live at the concert. And if I don't hit that by the 29th, see this? You see this? Don't come here telling me what to do, sir. Thank you. You gonna tell me what to do? Come in here being all macho. But if not, I will do my live. I'll do like a 10-minute live of the concert on here, but I will be recording the concert and my experience, and it will be on my vlog too. So I will be doing that. The Cowboy Carter, I'm gonna vlog going there, because she does have a photo booth, and then on the inside you get to try the whiskey and you get a taste of it. It's a lot of stuff that she has for her fans, so I'm going to go on that with y'all. We're going to be in Houston for 24 hours. I know. Okay, and I'm also going to show I'm gonna see, we're gonna do Atlanta American Deli Wings, if you had Atlanta, you know, versus Houston American Deli Wings. Okay, we gonna get into it. I'm gonna try that Philly as well, so I can't wait to share this with you guys. He trying to tell me somebody, there you go, excuse me, he trying to tell me what to do. He want me off because he want my attention, like I haven't been here all day. You see what I'm saying? He got to get attention from somebody. My dog is crazy. Jesus. Milo is a 3-year-old spoiled, going on 3 years spoiled puppy. Ignore him. And I'm sorry y'all hear him in the live, but he don't like to get annoyed. He want to play. He want to rub, and then he want to lay with somebody like 5 months old. Just mindful. See what I got to do? I'm gonna show that in the vlog. It's also my niece's birthday. It's the 29th of June 29th, the day of the concert. So yeah, I want to let you guys know in the vlog. Thank you, Southern Girl. I hope you continue to see more of me. I want to and welcome in. I'm going to do her clothes. Her outfit that I picked for her. I have a cute. She's gonna be 16 now, so I have such a cute idea for her. She's such a great kid, very academic on point. These kids are amazing. They're not outside, academic on point. They're trying to make them a business plan and get them a job. They're very driven, and I love that with them. I just that's what I love about my niece and my son so much. But y'all are going to see that. I hope you guys enjoy this live. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. We're going to be back on a Diddy thing Monday, and we're going to talk about the verdict and if he's guilty or not, and what he'll be guilty of. And I'm going to put a link, and I want you guys to be here the day of the verdict, and I want us to go ahead and discuss what counts him guilty of and what he's not, and just give me y'all thoughts about this whole thing. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Get ready for that vlog to be out. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna let you know when I post it, and go subscribe to that channel. And I want y'all to get your cowgirl hats on. I'm going to go live. I might do 5 or 10 minutes. I don't want to do the whole thing because some of it, the clips, are going to be in the vlog. And get ready to watch you a concert a little. I hope to see you guys in my next live tomorrow night. Be ready. Oh, don't forget. Make sure you have your drink. We got a lot to discuss, honey. We're going to talk about the Taylor girls and Ray Janae. We got a lot to talk about. I hope you guys are ready. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, and we're going to talk about how Simon got to pay $40,000 a month in alimony while he's in Nigeria. We're going to break it down tomorrow. I can't wait to see you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night. And tomorrow morning on a different topic, and tomorrow night. Later.